Good afternoon, everyone. David Doubloon's here. Um, Robert is fine. Um, I'm being tested today, so I'm your captain of the ship today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with what I normally do is with the list of coin shows uh, coming up in the next in this weekend. April 23rd through April 26th, we have the Central States Numismatic Society, Schaumburg, Illinois. April 24th through the 26th, Gainesville Coin Show, Gainesville, Texas. April 24th through the 26th, Richmond Coin and Currency Show, Richmond, Virginia. April 26th, Central Alabama Coin Show, Trussville, Alabama. April 26th, Wayne County Coin Club Annual Coin Show, Worcester, Ohio. April 26th and 27th, the Vienna Coin and Stamp Show, Vienna, Virginia. April 27th, Coin and Collectible Expo, San Fernando, California. April 27th, the fourth Sunday of the month, Coin Show, Palm Beach Coin Club, Green Acres, Florida. April 27th, Cicero Berwyn Coin and Stamp Bourse, Berwyn, Illinois. April 27th, Devon's Coin Show, Devon's, Massachusetts. April 27th, Redford Coin Show, Livonia, Michigan. April 27th, South St. Paul Monthly Coin Show, South St. Paul, Minnesota. April 27th, Steve Middleton Memorial Spring Coin and Collectible Show, Hackettstown, New Jersey. April 27th, Melville Coin, Stamp, and Collectible Show, Melville, New York. April 27th, the Ohio Coin and Collectible Show, Westlake, Ohio. April 27th, Trevose Coin Show, Trevose, Pennsylvania. April 27th, Wisconsin Valley Coin Club Annual Show, Rothschild, Wisconsin. April 27th, Stonewall Jackson Coin Club, Bridgeport, West Virginia. April 25th and 26th, Western Slope Coin Club Show, Grand Junction, Colorado. April 26th, Central Alabama Coin Show, Trussville, Alabama. April 27th, Semi-Annual Coin Show, West Springfield, Massachusetts. And this one's on April 29th, which is Tuesday, the Ottawa Coin Show, Ottawa, Minnesota. April 26th, Coin and Paper Money Show, Queensbury, New York. April 27th, Tri-County Coin Show, Sherburne, New York. April 27th, Green Hills Coin Show, Cincinnati, Ohio. April 26th and 27th, the Scranton Coin Club Show, Scranton, Pennsylvania. And last but not least, we have the 42nd Annual Greater Cincinnati Numismatic Show. And I'm going to share my screen here so you can see this. Pardon my and there it is, the 42nd Annual Greater Cincinnati Numismatic Exposition, Friday, July 25th and July 26th, Saturday. I should mention that today at the Central States show, Brad Karloff is there at table 1401, and at the coin show in Cincinnati in July, we'll have Robert and Floor, Joe Durbin, and Diane, and Daniel Malone. We'll also have Brad Karloff there with Coins Plus and other YouTube dignitaries. I believe B is going to be there also. And let's look at the spot prices. Gold is up $46 today to $3,334. Silver is down 16 cents to $33.37. Platinum is down $2 to $971. Palladium is up $10 to $932. And rhodium is up $50 to $5,225. And let's see, do we have Blue Moon B here to share with us today? I'm not seeing B. Okay. The topic today, or actually, before I get into that, I do have some news for today, and I'll share that with you. Okay. First of all, from the U.S. Mint, we have on May the 6th, we're going to be the Mint is releasing the Kennedy half dollars in $100 bags and 2-roll set. And this will be the last year that Kennedy will be facing to the left. In 2027, he will be facing to the right. In 2026, I'm not sure what the design will be for the half dollar. It's the sesquicentennial. And then on May 8th, we have the American Buffalo 1 ounce gold proof coin. Also, the Mint is starting a comic art coin and metal program. I'm not sure if you've heard about this. The first coin that's going to be coming out this summer, these are coins and metals, by the way. We have on the obverse and reverse, we have a actual gold coin, and the gold coin is going to be a half ounce 99.9 proof gold. The metals, we're going to have 2 of those, 2 silver metals. One of them is going to be a 2.5 ounce, and the other with Superman is going to be a 1 ounce. Also, it's National Coin Week this week, so please remember that. And if you go to the ANA site this week, you can get a gold membership from the ANA for free, everybody, free this week. And you'll get a 1-year digital membership. And I would highly recommend this. This is a great deal. I think you'll really enjoy this. Also, they have a trivia challenge going on, and they're up to question number 4 today. I believe they have 5 questions total, so you can enter to win the trivia contest. And also they have the Guess the Engravers contest. That's still going. So please keep that in mind. Paulie, I helped you enough with that already, buddy. Also, for you folks that like albums, Whitman is coming out with some new prestige albums, they're calling it, and these really look nice. They're not out yet, not available. They're coming soon. They're available in burgundy and a green, and they come with a sleeve, which is really, really nice. I believe I've seen some design like this before, and it's really a nice setup. And I think I'm going to come back. And B, I see you. Good to see you.
My God, hello everybody. I'm having a rough day today.
Okay.
Everything is a mess, and one of those days. Everybody knows what that's like.
Sure. I just want to say hi.
I don't know what's going on. Okay. Oh, shut up. Go ahead.
No, hi, freaking awesome, Paulie, Sticks,
freaking awesome,
Bill 457, hi, Karen, Ronald Harris, 949 is in the house. We got JT Tizzo.
Look at what my shirt says.
Nice.
Oh, rough.
Nice. I think I'm going to need one of those cocktails after today. Frankie's in the house. And
so what's going on with Robert? Let's hear the latest bulletin.
I'm being tested today. So,
I thought so.
So he's relying on us to carry the load today. So,
hi, Shadrach. It's easier to say hi to you guys like this than to type, because I'm not the speediest typer. I'm like one of those. Terrible.
There's just plain Kevin.
Thanks, Robert. Thanks, Robert. Thanks, Robert Jr. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for letting us know. So I've been working on other stuff. I'm always working on something. Yeah, here, let me move my microphone so I don't have to lean so far forward. Yeah, now I'm working on the Great Bullion Famine.
Okay.
Because I did the panic coins, and then I started finding more stuff, and I'm like, what's the Great Bullion Famine? And now I'm working on that too. I can't stop. I see you, Robert, in the chat. I see him there. Wasn't my fault. I'm still here.
B, did you have
truck up? Oh, Jesus. Okay,
did you have something for today, or should we just go into?
Okay, there we wait. I can't get this right. See, because when I'm not on, I take it and I put it somewhere else, the camera, because I'm paranoid.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, I'm paranoid. Now, wait. See, he said he printed something up, but where is it? Ay, caramba. All right, let me see if I can find it. This is not what I wanted up, but I'm gonna guess I'm gonna use it. Ah, okay, so this is not what I wanted to be up to read. So I don't know why he did that, my son. Okay.
I did see something here.
Yeah, I got something to share, but it's not what I wanted to share. Darn it.
How's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Now can I
Okay.
okay, you know what? You can advance it too, huh? I mean, I had something to read that I was going to read. I ought to just put it up on the screen, and I don't care if you guys follow along while I'm reading it.
Okay.
I mean, where the heck is it? See, he didn't understand what I was telling him. No, he did not. All right, David, can you hold the fort down for a few seconds? I'm going to go see
Sure.
what happened to the information that I had because I don't even
Sure.
see the folders I had open are now closed.
Okay. Okay. All right. I think what we'll do is we'll go into our topic that we had today. B, you're muted there. I'm not sure if you're talking to me or not.
Okay, yeah. I don't know how you put the avatar up, but he wants me to turn the camera off too.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a big old chicken. Okay, I'll be back. Maybe I'll just leave the camera on because I don't really care. I don't know why he does. I'll be back.
All right. Okay, I'm going to try to go into our topic today. We were hoping that that the chat room would send us different pics today of their various coins and kind of do a show and tell. So let me try and do this here. And I hope you can see this. This is from Sticks for Fire. And Sticks, could you tell us a little bit about this coin? It almost looks like it was struck through grease or something on the obverse. Does that sound right, Sticks? Okay. Ronald says it looks like it was a cap die. Okay. And Robert's also agreeing, cap die. So that's Sticks found it a couple of weeks ago. Oh, during a coin hunt. Interesting. Okay. I also have another one here. I have some photos from Richard Chambers. Now I'm going to need some help with this. I have no idea what this is. And pardon me for not knowing. Oh, are these Confederate coins? I'm sorry, I'm at a loss here. I'm not really sure. Oh, Confederate 1 cent coin. Okay, thank you, Robert. Appears to be copper. (1861) Confederate States of America. There you go. That's a first for me. I've never seen that. Sticks. This is really interesting. Could somebody explain to me what a capped die is? I'm not exactly sure. I apologize for my ignorance. Polly, is that close enough? B, do you know what a capped die is? I'm struggling.
I'm trying to figure out some other stuff, so hold on a minute.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here's Robert in the chat. He can type that fast. You can type that fast. You never told us you could type that fast. Or you pasted and copied something.
Yeah. Okay, it's a capped
I'm having
die.
a rough day, Robert. Can you tell? Wow. It's not working, you know. I'm breaking out in the sweat. I gotta turn the fan on.
You guys are doing wonderful. It's fine. A cap die.
You're making me sweat. I gotta turn the fan on.
Can you hear me, David, or am I messed up?
I hear you.
How's my volume, guys? Is it too high, too low?
Sound good here.
David's doing a great job.
Okay, well, a cap die. What a cap die is, David, is when two blank planchets get stuck in the chamber for striking the coin. And what will happen is one of the planchets gets stuck, and in this case, it was stuck on the obverse die. And what you're seeing, that's why the obverse looks like it was grease filled, because what happened was it took and basically it just caps the die, and the more it strikes, the more of the image you'll see. But this in here tends to be, it looks to me like it was not a medium die cap. In other words, the copper planchet that was on top of the die on the top there, it was getting pretty thin. Everybody out there is my volume okay?
You're awesome.
Yeah, sounds good here.
Yes, I have no cameras, no extra cameras hooked up or nothing. So, Dave, I just wanted to show you something, though.
There you go. Kind of right there.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of right there. That's pretty good. What is that. I like it, whatever it is.
It's a Confederate 1 cent. This is
Nice.
This one is the Goldine one. And the Goldine one, what that means is they made them in silver, like you was showing, Goldine and copper. Now, this was actually struck from the original dies. They got permission to restrike them in the 1960s, okay? Yes, Miss Coin Crew, that's why it looks like it's all cracked up, because the die itself was blowing up. It really was. It was going to hell in a handbag. They also did, and I've got one, I don't have it right here, but they have like a 4-pound chunk of copper that they press the obverse and the reverse dies into, and I believe that might have been what took and exploded the dies, but they still did it. But that's why the dies were all cracked up just like that. Just as a real quick thing here, 2 points of notice here. One, David, I am in a lightning storm, so if you lose me, it's for real. It won't be for pretend.
Okay.
That's
right.
one.
You have lightning? Lightning right now? Really?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Well, it's completely beautiful here today. It's like sunny and just beautiful.
Okay, well, that's nice to know. Also, Sierra Hippie, I got your list. Thank you very much. I will look for it. Everybody, sadly, today is the first day I took and I got all your stuff out. I'm sorry to say, and I really hate to sound like a broken record and to make you guys, but it's the truth. What day was it, David? Tuesday, I told you, I think my sister had a heart attack.
Right. Correct.
Yeah. Tuesday, my sister had a heart attack. She's okay. If she's listening, I love you, sis, but she's okay. She had to get a stent. I assume the test results came back good. She went home the following day. And then, wouldn't you know it, David, I just got an email from Fortalina that her one grandbaby, they had to take her to the hospital because she had a high temperature and was having seizures. So that's why, guys, I'm not being very attentive. Like I said, I really hate to sound like a broken ladder and bring any of this burden to you guys. I really, really do. But I just wanted to let you know, I'm not blowing you off for no reason. If I'm not here, there's usually, I would like to think it's a valid reason. And both of them to me are very valid. In fact, I almost never even showed up here right now. I just wanted to come in and give you guys a hand a little bit. But thank you, Karen. But that's yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear all that too.
Well,
really you know, babies is hard.
Having a wonderful time with my smart leg. Still hasn't got me no damn coffee, but I'll work on that still.
I mean, I've taken several babies to the hospital, so I know how that is. So I'll pray for you.
Well, don't pray for me.
No. I'm praying for you and everyone involved in the baby.
Well, yes. Ronald,
oh, yeah.
The baby is my biggest concern. And don't get me wrong, I love my sister with all my heart. I hope she continues to get better. But the baby's just starting their life, so you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I really do pray for people when they ask me to or they say something, I pray for them. Heck yeah.
You know what, B, I tell people, I don't care. To me, I don't care if you pray, good thoughts, whatever it is. You know, however, because different people have different faiths, and I'm okay with it. I tell a lot of people, I don't care what your faith is. If we are all to be honest about it, like it or not, you may have one book you read from, I have another book I read from, but if they're all the truth, there's still only one person, unless you're, of course, atheist. And if you are, you know, still people, hey, good thoughts. That's okay with me too. So, and COINTALK, David and Blue, that is Robert, but that is my son, Robert. That's not me. He's 50 miles away from me right now. So, Bill 457, I've never seen anything on you as far as an email from you. Right in the askcoinopp at gmail.com. That should take you there, right, David?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And here's another thing I want to let you know, David. Oh, come on. Oh,
I'm spiritual,
what,
so
David?
it doesn't matter
Me.
what denomination, religion you are. I'm spiritual, so it doesn't matter. I pray for everybody.
Well, there you go. Okay, let's see here. David, what I wanted to show you is something real quick here. Let me take. Oh, let me do. Screen.
Brag is free.
Now, David, what I want to show you is how you was touching this here to get it up.
Right.
You can do that, but when you go to change right here on the side, that little button.
Okay. Okay. I can scroll through them.
Yeah, it'll take you there. And then if you touch on the photograph, you can use if you got a mouse wheel, you can use that to make it larger and smaller. And again, once you're done. So
thank you.
That's a nice coin, by the way.
Yeah, this is about a mid-state cap die. I don't, even though I think these are pretty cool, I would say that this is, I don't know, 6 for Fire should know the numbers better than me. I'm going to guess it between $40 and $60 in that condition.
Yeah, because it's nice. The back is beautiful. The reverse. Well,
that's what you should expect from a cap die. If you see it be where you have the front like this or the back like that, and the other side is completely struck up, that's a cap die. 9 out of 9 times is going to be a cap die. Note I said 9 out of 9, everybody.
Yeah, you never know. But that's really, look at the back. The reverse is beautiful. Look at perfecto, and then flip it over, and it's like, what happened?
And then you flip it over, and boom, that's what you get. Now,
that's
that. Now, let's go back to the Confederate cent. Now, this Confederate cent, I thought originally it was copper, but this looks silver. And I'm not certain. This looks like a Daniel Carr remake. This is not the original, even though everything looks aesthetically correct. The reason I say it's not because all of the ones that are original, the die did not last long. And this here I'm sorry, I don't even think it's a Daniel Carr because it's not good enough to be a Daniel Carr. But it is not an original. I would say that it's some kind of a restrike. And I only know that, guys, because like I said, I do have the one I was showing you that looked all cracked up. That is from
wrong one, David.
There. That is actually from an original set of dies that they got permission to strike again, like I said, in the 60s. Now, I don't remember the date. I'm going to guess it about, I think I heard 63, 62, somewhere around in there. And it might have been the late 50s. Somebody would have to look it up to find it.
And it's super thick. I noticed that it's super thick. See, I've never seen any Confederate money, so I'm super interested now. Thanks a lot. Anyway, super thick, and I'm really interested in anything that's like, come on, man. Yeah, it has some girth.
Okay.
This way. Yeah, because I just gotta.
Right. Usually when they're thick like that, I got it, Bill 457. But usually when they're thick like that, that's usually when they're making samples. Oh God, here we go. I'm drawing a blank again, and I don't know why I do this a lot.
That's okay. I do it a lot too.
When they make a
stress,
a pattern coin. When they make a pattern coin, usually the sizes have got to be larger. Anytime you see a pattern coin, it cannot be exact. I mean, a lot of it will be correct, but there will be some part of it that will not be 100%, because that way there, if it gets out, people will know that it's a pattern coin and not. I'm not even certain why that law is, to be honest, but I do know that they use them. They've got an actual word for it, and it's not pattern, and I can't think of that word, but
Pattern, like a pattern instead of a pattern.
Yeah, Judd has got a book. The Judd book is nothing but pattern coins, okay? JUDD. If you look up pattern coins, JUDD, that's primarily the book that'll have it. However, I don't know if they have everything, but only because there's only because I think Judd dead, and they still have patterns that come up, especially modern patterns.
I like Lady Liberty on it. She looks good.
Well, remember Lady Liberty. Let me see if I'm gonna try.
Because a lot of times she looks like a man, and I don't. I'm like,
well, I got that. I'm gonna.
She's got a jawbone like, and I'm like, that can't be Lady Liberty. Sometimes, it's like.
Let's see. I'm gonna take and try. I'm not certain I can do this, guys. Well, okay.
I'm reading Polly. Yeah, I am. Okay, Robert. That looks super awesome. It looks super awesome anyway. I mean,
but I wish I could take in. This stupid camera is.
Okay, well, maybe lift it up from the bottom. Well, from the bottom and lift it toward, yeah.
Well, I don't want to take it out of that.
Oh, you almost had it. You almost had. Oh, right there. Look at that. Nice.
I like that. You can make this me by myself. That'll help it be a little bigger.
I love that coin. I'm liking it big time. It's a chunky. Like I said, it's chunky, and it's the design is nice. She doesn't look like a man.
Right.
Yay! Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. Ooh, look at that.
Oops, hold on.
Yeah, I like it. See, I like it. Like Mrs. Coin Crew said, yeah, it looks cracked and stuff. Like it's in 3 pieces.
That's where the die took and all just started to literally. If you had that, it was just shattering. That's what they consider a shattered die.
Wow, that's neat though. Because I don't know a lot about Confederate money. I confess, I don't know anything about it.
Well, it's
interesting. Super cool.
It's really, it's not a. It's just one of those things. Let me change my camera back here, guys.
Like I said, I had a friend that had leather Confederate money, and he was an auctioneer. Oh, cool. So I guess there's leather Confederate money too. And I go, I've never seen that, and he never brought it in for me to check it out. But
I see it. Brad had some, and I seen it. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, it's really neat from what I heard.
I didn't find it that interesting, even though it is.
It's kind of like what we're talking about, or I've been talking about panic money, leather money. It was wartime money.
Oh, okay. I've got to open up a different to show you some panic money. Somebody sent me, but they sent it to me under the errors to you. So bear with me and I'll pull that up.
That's cool. It's cool. So I started working on the bullion famine because that is basically what caused or what made panic coins. You know what I mean? And panic money. And then there was white money and black money, which one was like crappy silver and one was copper. You know, it's really
Okay.
interesting. Yeah, super interesting stuff. Anyway. Here, look at that. So is it a nest or is it in flames? The bird.
Looks like a nest. That's what I would guess.
You would guess it as a nest.
Now this was here, let me get the other side.
I love old coins. Look at that. May 10th. That's cool.
Yes. So that was the panic coin that was sent to me to show you. And that comes from 949 Design.
949. Yeah.
So
Wrong
there's
slide.
that.
Kind of relates to it, but it's one of my slides, one of my pictures.
David, are you wanting to take and share the screen and get that?
That's one of the ones I was going to share. That's okay. Knock yourself out. But yeah, now I'll
there's an email, Dave, from Bill457. If you want to share that with the people.
Sure, you bet.
I want you to do it just to get used to it. So
he's doing better than I would. Good job, David. I panic. I
and
literally.
you also can have that opportunity to.
Ooh, I like that. Nice. Look at that.
I see some counter strikes from Chinese.
Really, I like it.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
I believe those are Chinese. I assume they're Chinese. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Or some kind of strike saying somebody else accepted it or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it looks polished. Now, you remember how to use those arrows, Dave, to move to the... There you go.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that. I love that kind of stuff. And there's some more marks. There's some more marks, you guys. Look.
Right. That's what I was about to say. There's more or more counter strikes on it.
And they do look
That's
Chinese.
What they call it, Counter Strike. Okay.
They look. It's not a video game, David.
Oh, darn.
Everybody else knows what Counter Strike is.
I can say, yeah, the right name is chop marks, David. Like
there you go. This is going through.
Chop marks, yeah. Chop marks is, I mean, what it is, the chop marks was a silversmith in China would take and would check it for purity, and provided that it all worked out and he felt it was real, he would put his marking, which, as Bill says, the chop mark, it would take and it would just guarantee the people in China that it was real. Now, if it went from China, let's say, to Japan, Japan may have their own people put their chop marks on it as well.
Okay.
Now, okay, so there were two griffins on the back, which is supposedly a quote-unquote mythical, beast, but I'm kind of curious. Anyway, just thought I'd make my little point about the griffins. Go ahead, guys.
Wow.
Sorry for interrupting. Now, Miss Liberty has a big nose in that one, don't you think?
That's not Lady Liberty. That's not made in America, honey.
Who is it?
Right there, it tells you right on it.
No, it doesn't, does it?
Yes, it does.
Well, I don't know. Is that
Careless the Third? No,
it looks Italian or Roman.
Try Spanish.
Is it? Okay, how do you pronounce that, Robert? Whip it out. Whip out the pronunciation.
Carlos. It's like 6 for 5. Everyone was saying Carlos. It's a 8 real, guys.
That's too easy for him to pronounce. Day Gradia.
Yeah, a guy with a huge nozzle.
It ain't a woman, thank goodness.
It's like Jimmy
Although it kind of
Durante.
matches mine. I mean, there you
Yeah,
go.
Spanish. There you go. Now you can see the back
So
side
you
of
have
the
2
pillar.
castles. I see 2 castles and 2
Okay.
griffins.
Yes, that just to let you know, Doug, it was made in Mexico. At least this one was, because I can see the mint mark, the M right there under the 8R. That means it was minted in Mexico.
And there's a crown, and then the 2 pillars.
Yep.
You got 2 castles and 2 griffins. And what does the 3 in the middle, the 3 crosses, I think? That's what it looks like. They all mean something. I find it very interesting.
Well,
You know,
the Spain means it is Spanish origin.
yeah, some kind of 3 crosses or something. Yeah. Do you know about griffins, you guys? You guys know anything about griffins?
No.
No, well, I didn't think so. Okay, I'll leave you alone.
Are we talking griffins as in
Mythical,
the mythicals? Okay.
mythical beasts, but I don't think they were mythical. I think they were very real.
Mhm.
Griffins for sure. I'm not even kidding. Anyway, so Robert, does the 17 look weird? Flip that back over, would you? Flip it back over. There you go. See, does the 17 look weird? Like the 7?
Not really. You got to remember each one of those numerical for the date back in those days was put in by hand.
Okay. Oh, okay. So they did the coin.
They would have a punch and they would punch it into the die. So that's why you can have unevenness, and notice all the numbers are pretty much uneven, and
Yeah, that's
also the strength of the strike. Who knows, that one there, he might, after he struck that 7, he might have been cussing because he missed the die and hit most of his finger, because it's a pretty weak strike. And he might have been cussing and saying all kinds of wonderful words.
Bill said those are polished. Those are polished. Okay.
Yeah,
that's why you're not supposed to clean them.
I can see that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to clean them and do all that crap. But it looks pretty good. And look at the field. The field around underneath his face is kind of sketchy. It's a little sketchy. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, that's funny about the date, because the 7 is way off.
Polished, so that just means somebody took an old coin, polished it up with a little bit of polishing.
Or used, like you said, it was whizzed. We knew it was whizzed.
No, now whizzed and polished are 2 different things, hon.
Well, it looks grainy.
Nah, that looks like a fingerprint.
Is that really? See, now that's interesting how you see it differently. To me, it looks like a wheel. Somebody took a wheel to it or something. That's interesting.
Well, CB, I've got over to my right side here, I got a 23-inch screen that I'm able to look at it.
Do you? Mine's pretty big, Robert. I'm sitting this far away from it. And I don't even know how big it is. It's huge. I'm just blind.
Well, maybe, but I'm looking at a 23-inch.
I must be blind.
That picture I'm looking at.
Shadow is everything. Shadow and lighting is everything, Yeah, it actually looks grainy to me. That's interesting.
Mrs. Coin Crew, you are always correct.
What is she saying now, Wiz? There is. No, stop it, Angel. Okay, that's pretty funny, though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to use the correct terms, people. I try. Yeah. Polly, I see that. Okay.
I would be guessing the fingerprint was done after the polishing was done, guys. That's just my guess. Usually that's the way it worked.
So let me ask you a question, Robert, off the cuff. Sure. So how do you think fingerprints are created on coins? By not just fingers, I mean, what causes it to print onto the coin? Because I have my own theory.
It's easy. The oils from your hand, just the same way they take a fingerprint off of a car or anything else. They use a very light talc with a feather duster, and they go over it, and the talc will take and attach to the oils. Same thing happens on a coin. It's just nobody. I mean, I've had coins. I've told people, you send that to the FBI, and they'll be able to take and find out who was the one who touched that coin. The print's so good.
Oh, I've seen the
that's how it
CSI where you put the powder on, and then you put a piece of Scotch tape, and all that kind of stuff. No, I'm talking about I'm like a bad person for it, because when I'm working, my hands are sticky. Okay, and I'm bartending, I'm making drinks, everything like that. And so I'm a bad person. I've made, I'm sure, 1,000 marks on fingerprints on coins, because all the sticky stuff, on my hands, and I feel bad sometimes.
Okay, that could occur, B. It could. Okay, I'm taking that off. That could occur. However, I mean, any coin, just take, just touch it right there. I mean, that would leave a brand new coin. Yeah, but I mean, you could leave sticky stuff. You're right. Just like people, and a lot of people don't believe me, but I can look at a coin, and because I've seen it before, there's coins that I've gotten out of scrap silver. It's like this coin, blood on the coins. So that's very serious. I mean, you got to be careful about that. At least I am. I have seen a lot of blood on coins to where who knows what. I mean, I don't want to guess. Somebody could have just cut their finger, or it could have actually been in a robbery or something.
Yeah, I've seen all kinds of stuff. I've seen it on paper money, currency, and everything, Yuck. But anyway, I was just curious what your opinion was, because I know it's from the oil in your fingers, because I used to play in the band and I played the flute, and every day before I was, done and putting the flute away, I'd wipe it off to get all the fingerprints off the silver, because mine was silver. I don't know what they make them out of nowadays, probably nickel. But mine was silver, and so I had to wipe it off every day. So that's interesting, because like I said, as a bartender, we put plastic over the cash register so we don't get sticky stuff in it. And so I figured I'm a terrible person for making fingerprints on coins. I'm guilty. I know I am.
I don't know why. I mean, you're doing. If you're especially bartending, I used to tend bar when I was a young kid, and I tell you what, I mean, I never paid no attention.
You're not supposed to do it as a kid.
Huh?
You're not supposed to bartend as a kid.
Why? I wasn't drinking.
I know they don't care anymore nowadays. You can't even. I don't even like the owner behind the bar when I'm there, because if anything happens, I get blamed for it. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Go home. Watch me on camera. I know they can. Funny. Because I've worked at some serious places, you know what I mean? Where you don't mess around. Watch me at home. Fun. Anyway, so like I said, you guys, what I had prepared for today was about the Great Bullion Famine, and I found what he printed up for me. So, I mean, David, I only have them 4 slides.
Okay.
I don't really care, how you share them or whatever. I'm just going to read what I wrote. Is that okay, guys?
Yep.
Let me see if I can do this.
Okay. David, yep, it's on you. There you go. I see you're going in the right direction. There you go.
Well, it doesn't even matter what order he shares people, it's general information. So today I'm diving into the
share B.
I have to share. Am I sharing? Yeah. No.
Right now, no. I mean, you'll have to change the page. Right now, we see the initial page you had.
So
after you're done with this page, if you got a second page, then you have to share that, and it'll come up automatically.
So, okay. So anyway, let me just read. Okay. So, absolutely fascinating chapters of economic history, the Great Bullion Famine. No, not a fantasy novel. This was a real crisis that swept across Europe in the 15th century when silver and gold, literally the lifeblood of medieval commerce, seemed to vanish from circulation. What happened? And what does it tell us about coins, trade, and the power of metal? Okay. Picture Europe in the 1400s. Trade is booming, cities are growing, the merchant class is rising, but there's a problem. There just isn't enough silver to keep things moving. Coins were the engine of the economy, and without metal to mint them, the entire system started to stall. This wasn't just a hiccup. For over 50 years, silver coins were in such short supply that some regions stopped minting them entirely. That scarcity wasn't limited to coins, it bled into wages, taxes, and international trade. Now, why did that happen? So, what caused the famine of bullion? Several factors converged. Exhausted European mines, many of the old mines, especially in Central Europe, were producing less silver by the late 14th century. Black Death aftermath. The plague had wiped out a significant portion of the workforce, including miners. Outflow of metal. Okay. Europe was hemorrhaging silver and gold to the east through trade, especially for luxury goods like silk, spices, pearls, and gems. The east wanted silver, not wool or timber. In short, more metal was going out than coming in, and production couldn't keep up. So, what was the result? A financial chokehold. With fewer coins in circulation, local economies shrank, debris became harder to, I'm sorry, I got to blink. Debits became harder to pay. Kings and cities resorted to debasing their coinage, reducing the silver content to stretch what little they had. Okay, this is when we see interesting emergency issues and highly debased coinage across Europe. Some regions, like Venice and Florence, struggled to keep their coins reliable, while others almost stopped producing altogether. Okay, so relief came in the late 15th century. New discoveries of silver mines, especially in Saxony and Bohemia, revitalized Europe's supply. And not long after the age of exploration brought precious metals flooding in from the New World, the famine turned into a feast. But that's a story for another episode. Exactly. I'm going to talk about that too. So next time you hold a silver coin from the 1400s, consider what it meant back then. Not just a piece of change, but a vital piece of vanishing resource. The Great Bullion Famine reminds us that the value of money is never just about numbers. It's about trust, supply, and the hands that kept it moving. Thanks for everything, you guys, and I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank
I
you,
had
B.
fun doing it. Yeah, I had fun
Thank you,
doing it.
B.
You can, yeah. Did you guys change because there should, how do I change it?
You're the one that has to change it. We can't.
No, wrong one. Okay, forget it. It doesn't matter. But anyway, I'm going to do a video and it's going to be super cool. And I started doing it already yesterday and the day before. So it has to do, I figured I better do the bullion, famine before I do the panic coins. And then at least it comes in order.
Okay. Take and remove that, B. Remove that from down.
Should I remove it now? I can do stop screen. That's all I know how to do.
Yeah, there you
Are
go.
we good now, guys? Okay,
And
thank you.
yes, B, you can do what you just said. Okay, okay, I know a lot about that story, so I was able to follow along. But you probably had 2 or 3 other graphs that you would post to show. I have that feeling. However, that's okay.
What, 2 other drafts? What did you say?
No, 2 other. I just figured you probably had 2 other screens that you could have shared.
Oh, I am just terrible at it, Robert. What is my problem? I need help with the share screen thing. I don't know what it is. I can't get it through my.
I can tell.
It's like algebra. It doesn't go in. It just doesn't go in.
Well,
anyway.
what I take and do is whenever my son is teaching me something,
Did
I
you make
make him let me do it while he's telling me so it'll sink in. Because if not, I'll never learn it.
I know, because sometimes I
And
gotta
if you
do
don't believe me, he's right there asking. Hello, Anthony.
No, he told me he's not going to be right here. So, okay. So next time he wants something, we'll see how fast he gets it. Anyway, you know how that goes.
COINTALK,
Anyway,
welcome Anthony Goodley. He's over on Rumble watching us. So thank you, Anthony
Anthony
Goodley.
is. Hi, Anthony.
Yep.
Long time not talk to you. Yeah, it's been a long time. I'm all excited for, the coin show, like usual.
Well, okay, here's something I'd like to bring up to everybody's little attention, okay? Yes, Robert Pintoff, you're right. A lot of people think that the Black Plague was transferred through the money. Silver and gold won't do that. It won't transfer it.
Rats.
Huh? Oh,
It was
okay.
rats.
Yeah,
It was
rats.
rats. You
That's
know the
what I
Pied
think.
Piper? I talk
Right.
about the Pied Piper in my video. You guys remember the story of the Pied Piper? He comes to town playing his flute, and he gets all the children to follow him. And he gets all the rats to follow him. And
Right.
he tells the people of the town, if they want to get rid of the rats, he'll get rid of them for him, but he wants their children.
Well, right, but a lot of people, there was speculation, or straight that, bad rumors going around that disease could be transferred via money. And it was just a few years ago. And I'm like, no, bullshit. Because I don't know why they were, I took it for other reasons, maybe trying to pull in, as you were talking, an emergency currency, like maybe a digital currency, whatever that would be. I mean, I'm just thinking maybe that's how the bad rumor got started. I don't know. But silver and gold cannot transfer a disease.
Unless you
However, here's another thing.
somewhere.
I just wanted to make notice to people. I don't know. I cannot guarantee you a thing, but here's what I do know. I was doing some research. I probably had to do we had to do a podcast on it. I was doing some research with somebody else on the price of silver. They was asking me about silver. And I was explaining to them that how a lot of times in past history, silver would go up and down and we get large. And the closer we get to the end of a monetary system, it starts swinging higher and faster. Well, gold does the same thing. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but we've seen $100 swings in gold in one day. My only statement to you guys that are listening, as I heard a good friend of mine, I believe it's Mineko64 or Rafi Fiber or Fiber. Sorry, Ralphie. I apologize. He is an Israel guy. He does a lot of stuff on silver. He's really, really good. He's very knowledgeable. I just can't pronounce his name, so I apologize, Ralphie. But like he was saying, I think it was him. God, it was one of these people I was listening to, so I apologize. But the point is this. Right now, the only people that are getting involved in gold and silver are the money people. And it's fluctuating like you're seeing it. Once the general public starts to get involved and they see what's going on and they realize that the monetary is about to go to hell in a handbag, quite frankly, that's when you're going to see the true growth and the prices are going to go way higher. So beware.
It's already started, Robert. It's already started them buying. It's already started. But not a lot. But it's already started.
Once John Q. Public gets involved,
it's going to go crazy.
I believe that we can see an additional 60% increase in the price across the board. I'm talking gold, silver, platinum. I don't care what it is, nickel, copper, you name it. That's right, Sierra Hippie.
So let me ask you a question.
Plague,
Go ahead.
Sierra Hippie's right. The disease was passed from humans to fleas, mosquitoes, just critters, little itty bitty flying critters. They got it onto the rats and all that, and the rats moved it about.
What do you call that cows do that they regurgitate? That's what the flea does. Because I got really far into it. So the flea bites the rat. The rat's got the, yucca, yucca. And then it goes through the flea, and the flea, throws up when it bites you. Just to clarify that in case anybody wanted to know the gross part of it. Okay, sorry.
Well, like I said, it could have been a flea, could have been a mosquito.
Whatever it does, it throws up inside you, and it's just nasty. Okay. Well, I went through it. You knew I had to when I started reading about the Black Plague, the Black Death, and then I started going down the rabbit hole. I can't help it. It's too much fun. It's way too much fun.
Well, we have JPEG, the numismatic. Never been here before. Yeah. What's going on here? Well, we don't quite know.
We don't know. We have fun.
We're having a little bit of fun talking about numismatic items.
Yeah.
B just gave a report on a few things, and at the show and tell. I don't see no more show and tell right now. Fred Woodend, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it very much.
Right on. And Walker, hey, how you doing? I have such a hard time catching him. He's Walker great. Magnet. Walker has great stuff for auction, and he has good information, you guys.
Yep.
Walker Magnet. During the war, they would the dead bodies over the. Well, yeah, they do that nowadays, dude. When you get in a wreck and stuff, people are stealing stuff off of you. It's terrible. Yeah, but I saw one not too long ago. Let's not talk about it.
Depends, Paulie. You got to get it through first. Just remember, right now there's somebody threw a monkey wrench in the gear panel. I think so. I don't know what's going to happen to the NWO.
Did you guys see the new guy that's doing the World Economic Forum? Because apparently Klaus stepped down. And now there's a new guy doing it. And he doesn't want anybody to have water. You're not allowed to have any water. You get 150 milliliters a day, whatever. And he said, no filling your swimming pool, no, anything over 150 milliliters per person. And this is the guy that is Nestle, that owns Nestle Corporation. That guy. Yeah, he's a good guy. Anyway. Now you know. It costs 10, I don't know how many gallons of water to make soda pop and stuff like that. People need to look into that kind of stuff. It's not happy times.
Thank you, Sierra Hippie. It's Rafi Farber. Rafi Farber. That's who it is. Thank you, Hippie. You're right. That's
Thank you, Sierra. You know I'm watching the good stuff. If so is watching the same stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's lovely. And guess what, everybody? You better save the bees. Save the bees. Yeah, we're all going to be in serious trouble. I've been saying stuff about it for years to, save the bees.
My grandfather, my uncle, I got some cousins. They're all
do they have bees?
They all have beehives.
Yes.
Oh yeah, my family's big into beehives. I got aunts and uncle. Well, I mean, they're all getting too old, so it's if their kids don't, if my cousins don't take it over, they're gone. So.
Oh, that's too bad because we need them so badly. It's 80%, Robert. 80% of them died. And I wonder if that fog that everybody was seeing had something to do with it. That fog that everyone was seeing, that was not good. I knew it was. I knew the insects weren't going to fare well, put it that way. And the birds. Yeah. We don't have near as many birds, you guys. How's the birds looking in your area? Do you have enough? I mean, I'm barely hearing anything. Yeah, I'm concerned. I've always been an earthy person. You guys know that. So, but I mean, I'm concerned. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Everything goes in circles.
That's what my dad used to say, Robert. He used to say everything goes in cycles. But the bees are super important, you guys. Come on. Japan has been concerned about it for quite a while. And they do, you know how they grow stuff inside in like Kwanzaa huts? Japan, they grow a lot of stuff inside. And so you got to have pollination by the bees. So they're hand pollinating it, which I think is when you can just have insects do it. And look, see, you know, I mean, come on, I'm a big fan of bees. Big fan.
Huh. Blue Moon Bee never would have figured that.
I've been trying to tell everybody to save the bees forever. They some what I heard is they're getting dementia. I know this sounds insane, but you guys can look it up. That the bees are starting to have dementia. So I don't know what that is. Bees work on vibration and frequency. They're all about frequency. And so are us humans. It's concerning. It's all concerning. We're going to talk about it online. You know that. We'll talk about the heavy stuff. Yeah, because I plan on talking about it. I think we all need to talk about it. And people are afraid to talk about it. And I don't know why. You know, we're all learning. I learn every day. I learn something new.
Well,
nobody knows everything, Robert. At least as far as I know.
You ain't talked to my ex. I'm joking, guys. It just was a nice joke, I thought, at that time.
Boom, boom. You go like this. Boom, boom.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Boom, boom.
Hit the drums, yeah. Oh, now, Paulie, I don't know about the zombie thing, but I did see a human being smash their head into the front of a bus. Yeah, the guy walked up. He was acting crazy in front of the bus driver and just smashed his head right into the windshield. And then there was a guy that stuck his head into the fryer at work. Turned the fryer on and stuck his head in it.
Ouch.
Those are zombies. There's definitely something wrong with that. I mean, but you never know. Pesticides, Sierra Hippie, yeah. Pesticides are so bad for bees. You know, well, they're bad for everything. They're bad for the bees. They're bad for the people that are eating the food. They're bad for the soil. You know, what happened to ladybugs? Ladybugs are good for a pesticide. They're a bug that eats a bug. And I don't know how much you people believe, and I'm very spiritual. I think everything is taken care of on this earth. This eats this, eats this, eats this, eats this. If you have health problems, it's here. You need to find it. So many interesting things. I think it's crushed mango seeds. I'm pretty sure that are like a total painkiller. It's like amazing. Yeah, I love homeopathic things. Imagine that. Yeah. And I think the pharmaceutical business killed that, all the homeopathic stuff, you know, because they don't make any money. It's all about money, money, money. We won't go into that.
Well, we sort of kind of are a coin channel, so.
Yeah, we kind of talk about money, you know what I mean?
Yeah, let's not talk about money on a coin channel.
Draft Force Diva. I have a hard time doing it. Calling it DHD. DHD. Nice to see ya. Yeah, made the peace. Yeah, I know. I know. And I think honey is like one of the few things that never goes bad. It's like amazing stuff. And people don't eat it, use it, or anything. Haven't you noticed all the stuff that we're supposed to be eating, using, consuming? We don't. And then we wonder why we have health problems and other problems. It doesn't make any sense to me. I have some really old homeopathic books. Maybe I ought to share them with everybody someday on my channel. It'd be fun. So you guys can see stuff that's really old.
You might want to get a Rumble channel too.
Now what happened with Rumble, I tried to, do my Blue Moon Beat thing on it. And then I did the dumbest thing ever. I was trying to change the password and the email at the same time. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that.
Okay.
Because it just screwed everything up, and I haven't been able to get it back. And they're like, I try to get a new one, and they're like, no, somebody else has that name. And I'm like, yeah, that's me.
Ronald, when you say that, I eat honey on my oatmeal. I don't clock it to see how many times a week I do, but I do use honey on my oatmeal. I like it better than sugar.
Polly, did you read a lot of comic books when you were little, Polly? Did you read a lot of comic books? I think you did. Look what he's saying about at night and the zombies. Come on, Paul. You're funny, though. I enjoy your humor. Yeah. You know what, Ronald? RJ eats oatmeal all the time. He's a healthy guy, you guys. You'd be so surprised. He's so healthy. I'm not. Imagine that. I love everything bad for you. Yes, it's good. That is good.
I've always liked good food. It's just my body just didn't agree with me.
Yeah, me too, Robert. Yeah, the head and the body's like, but it's good anyway. So I was going to talk about something else about coins, and I can't remember what.
John Jacobs. All right.
I raise the things, you research it. Okay.
Oh, John.
Wow. Ouch.
Well, you know what? The one problem with that, John, is we aren't. I mean, the comedy show's gone. There's no cutting down and shit like that. Well, other than ex-wives or ex-spouses. I tell you what, without having Brad here, to be honest, guys, even Frank's been muffled a little bit today. You notice that?
Yeah, he's been quiet.
Yeah, I noticed that. Just saying, Frank. I'll tell you what, about 15 minutes ago, I don't know if you noticed it, David, but man, I had a flash of light right here and it got real loud. I thought you guys would have heard it.
Oh, no, didn't see it or hear it.
Okay, yeah. Sierra Hippie, we could talk about so much stuff. We can talk about so much stuff.
There hasn't been a BS card pulled once today, guys.
I didn't notice Brad wasn't here until you said something.
Oh,
wow. Whoa, boy. You know what? Brad's probably watching from the show, just too busy to come visit. And he's probably, he's probably next week.
We need the wise pirate and the wide coinist. And your Papa Smurf. I like the Papa Smurf. I like that a lot. I think that fits.
There is a very special part of my life, B. Remind me one day when we are alone, or even Flora and
I'm coming this summer.
It will be a private, but I'll tell you a story about that, and you'll understand a whole lot different. Because trust me, you can ask poor Lena when I first met her. Papa Smurf went with me 12,500 miles to see her every time I went to go see her.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
You know, I found out what's involved, Robert, going to the Philippines. And it's like a trip to get a trip. It's just to get there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh my, I can say, oh my God, you know, and I'm going to say, oh my God.
24, it usually takes 24 hours if you consider the time you're sitting in airports and flying. It's a 24-hour trip.
Wow.
Amanda McCarthy, we ain't talked about any coins yet.
Is Amanda here?
Yeah, Amanda McCarthy, yes, she just walked in.
Talking about today. What do you want to talk about, Amanda? What do you guys?
Whoa,
What do you guys
no,
want to talk
no. This is a coin channel. We can't take it. We got to be
Well, I know
careful
she
now.
gets off stuff sometimes.
I
But
know,
that's
Amanda. We'll be talking
keeps it
about
interesting.
no.
Yeah. But what do you guys want to talk about?
I'll say she's okay whenever you're out in public and stuff, but you get in, yeah.
I want to see it. I want to see it. You know I do.
Hi, Amanda.
I want to see all that kind of stuff. Heck yeah. So is Lincoln going to be there again this year at the coin show? The guy that played Lincoln?
Yes,
Robert?
he'll be there. Yes.
I had a good time. I was talking to him when they interrupted me.
He's very knowledgeable. James Johnson. I really hate to tell you, but I would not send them to CAC. And I mean, why?
No.
Right now, here's the bad part, James, with gold going as high as it is. And in fact, I have not got to watch the video. Sorry, Daniel. But Daniel Malone was on his sticker, you know, asking, has premiums for gold gone away? They haven't. They're still usually at 3%, but depending. But you take a coin that's a 64, 65. I don't care if you get it cacked. If it is a 64 and or 65, the premium's going to be there. And I think you're chasing good money after bad money, because I don't think the value of having a green bean is going to be significant enough to recoup your funds. That's the short end of it.
I agree. Okay, so what do you think about this now that you're talking about that? Okay, so now the people that have been like stacking silver for years, do you think, I mean, if I had been doing it for years, which I haven't been, stacking silver, I would take, when the silver goes up, you take it, you sell some of it, and you buy gold. That's what you know what I mean? Buy some gold or something, you know, and upgrade. In other words, upgrade from the silver to the gold. Either that or pay your bills, whatever you got to do. But do you see my point? When silver goes up, gold goes up. You know what I mean?
We had silver at 103 to 1 on the ratio. Coming out of the ground, gold to silver coming out of the ground is 7 to 1. What's that tell you?
Yeah, exactly.
It's what I would say. There's a lot of this paper out there in the market. I'm just using paper as an example out there in the market. And this is what I said. Listen, everybody out in chat, and if you watch this as a restream, pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. Once normal people like you and me, once you learn and you understand that the dollar is dumping bad, stock markets are going down, there's a lot of stuff going on. If you don't have some kind of commodity, you're going to have some problems coming up pretty soon. So now, Amanda, let's go on to this. She said, let's talk about how it's a slap in the face that the IPAC was just given as an afterthought to the Susan B. Anthony dollar. Let's figure that one out there, Amanda. I wonder why that was.
Right on, Amanda.
Okay, first off, she said some people stack silver, do it in case the dollar becomes worthless and it can be used for barter. I'm not taking the chances people will have the change for gold. Good point, Amanda. I tell a lot of people, especially folks, here's another little
I
thing.
wish I was a stacker,
When you're
Amanda, but I'm
stacking,
not.
AB,
I mean,
when you're stacking your silver, get you some of these.
yeah. I mean, I don't stack, Robert. I'm not a stacker.
Okay, I'm just anybody who does.
But if I had been a stacker, like I said, I'd wait till silver went up, sell it, and buy gold. I don't know.
Don't
Maybe
worry
I'm
about-
crazy.
I tell you what I told myself. First, get you
That's
some
a
of these
nickel.
silver nickels. There you go,
Where
Amanda.
did you
You're
get
welcome.
that?
Get you some silver nickels. That's right, John Jacob. Now, you don't have to. I mean, listen. If it ever gets to that, guys, you don't have to have it for 5 or 10 years. The government will get control of it pretty quick.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's what I think, Robert.
yeah,
100%.
and when you're talking going from silver to gold, gold to silver, don't forget there's going to be a touch there. Can you do it? Yes, people will be able to do it. I've seen people do it that are successful. Personally, I don't buy gold or silver to get rich. That's not the purpose. It's to maintain your wealth. That's all it's for.
Right. So look at what Amanda says. She goes, I'm afraid if I sell it, it might not come back down. Exactly.
It's not.
So, but you
Not
double,
this
but
time.
you would double it. Do you understand, Amanda? I mean, it's kind of like I would. So you've actually made money on your silver. So you buy gold. You get it? That's what I'm talking about. You made money on the silver because you bought low, you sold high, buy gold. You know what I mean? You can wait.
I know, but you have to
wait.
Right now.
Right, what's
if you had gold right now would be I don't know about right now because I don't know it started to equal out. I'm gonna go look and see what the numbers are right now. Let's see. Right now the numbers are 99.5 to 1. Okay. Do you sell? Now would not be a bad idea if you had an ounce of gold, you get 99.5 ounces of silver. Okay,
Yep.
Sooner or later, is it going to go back? Probably. But
yes, well,
I know people that do that.
Yes,
Right, John Jacob. I know people that do that. I know people that are successful. But remember, it can go to hell in a handbag too.
See now, if silver spot, John Jacobs says silver spot is 33.55. Okay, so if you bought in at like $11, $15, sell part of it. Just sell part of it, and then take that money and reinvest that money, or buy something you want. That's the way I look at it.
I don't think that's the right way to look at it.
Oh, why? Why do you say that? Why wouldn't you buy something more valuable or reinvest it? Okay, then buy something more valuable, reinvest it, or buy something you want. Why would you sit on?
Well, buy something you want, fine. But if you take and sell it and you just have currency, right? As soon as you get that currency and you put it in your hands, it starts losing value.
I know. Okay, so check it out, Robert. That I wanted to bring that up one day. You know how you go in and you buy coins from the coin dealer, right? Like Brad, and you give him currency, or I don't know what he does if he takes cards. I don't know, but you give him currency for it. I would take that currency as fast as I could and get rid of it. Currency is so, you know what I mean?
Okay, so then why even sell it in the first place? Because remember, here's the deal.
I've got a friend. Double your money. Double your money is what
friend. I'm going to tell you right now. I've got a friend that is going by the system you're talking about. And listen to what I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
He thinks he's going to do what you just said. The only thing he's done in the last 20 years since I've known him is he has made several coin dealers a lot of money. Because remember, there's a premium when you sell, there's a premium when you buy, and guess who's getting that premium? It's the dealer.
Dealer. Okay, now was he selling coins or was he selling bullion?
Don't matter.
I think it does.
No,
you know,
because he did them. No, he did bullion. He did 90%. He did them all.
did he do them at the wrong time?
When is a good time?
When it goes up and then it back down.
Okay,
That's the way I
let me
look
tell
at it.
you what I
Up
have
and
done.
back down.
Okay.
That's best, you know.
But
That's
do you
fine.
realize that's only going to happen in your lifetime? It's only happened twice.
What, silver?
Yeah.
Silver, gold has gone up and down and up and down. But that's
But
because
you have to remember, in
okay.
silver, you only get a couple dollars premium. In gold, you go 3%. And there was times I've seen gold where you're paying 100 over spot and you're selling for 100 under spot. So you got to be leery, you know. Now, I'm not saying that don't happen all the time. It changes all the time.
Okay, so now you should understand why I tell you silver controls the stock market. It controls everything. They manipulate the price. Oh, you tell me
Now,
they
wait.
don't.
Now, they manipulate the price, but silver does not control the stock market.
Oh, yes, it does. It
No, the
sets
stock market controls silver, honey. You got it backwards.
no, it sets the pace for the stock market. Anyway,
Listen
whatever.
to what I
We're
just told
we're
you.
basically agreeing, Robert, about the
Okay, but
same
listen to
thing.
what I just told you.
No, we're agreeing.
Listen to me. Mother Nature coming out of the ground.
Yeah.
You get for every 1 ounce of gold, you get 7 ounces of silver. Right now, it's 99.5 to 1. That does not come out of the ground naturally that way. So that means somebody is manipulating those numbers. Those numbers are being manipulated by the stock market, not the other way around.
Basically the same thing as what I'm telling you. So they
Let's
manipulate the price of silver. Yes, they do. They manipulate the price of silver for
No,
the
that's
stock
what I
market.
said. That's what Amanda said, and I'm agreeing.
I'm saying the same thing, you guys.
Right.
It's
No, you are
exactly-
that time. Right there. That's what
Just
she
not
said.
saying it like you guys can understand. Okay.
I just explained it, I thought.
She's exactly. Thank you, Amanda. They keep it down for that reason, for the exact same reason that I'm talking about. So silver
They
does.
can't continue it. Exactly, Bill. ETF.
They don't know where all the gold goes. By the way, I've told you that before, you guys. They don't know where it all goes.
I do.
No, when it comes out of the mines in South Africa, they only know where some of it goes. Where the rest of it goes, they don't know.
They call them central banks.
And they're finding tunnels, Robert, underneath all these cities that go 8 stories down. Come on.
Listen, I'm certain there is. Listen, I know for a fact.
Stuff going on.
I know for a fact. I have seen safes that you can walk into in rich neighborhoods. I have seen enough gold where I'd have been happy and I'd have just said bye. I'd have gotten off the market. But,
okay, speaking of gold and Fort Knox, what happened to all the hype about that? Remember they were hyping it and they're hyping it, and Elon Musk, and they're all hyping about the Fort Knox, and then all of a sudden you don't hear nothing. What happened?
Don't hear nothing about Epstein either, but that don't mean something ain't going on.
That's not gold, though.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yes,
They know what I'm talking about. There's probably a lot of gold trading in.
The island was called St. Francis Island. Yeah, where all that disgusting stuff went on.
Ronald Harris says there's a lot of silver that's on paper. I hold my silver on a safe. You're right. And Ronald, let me tell you right now, I'm going to go look because I just debated this.
It's called derivatives. That's what they call derivatives.
Well, no, I just was talking with somebody else about this here. I can't remember who it was. But let's go look right now, everybody, just so that you know. Dollar to silver ratio right now. This is what silver should be per ounce be if you go by the monetary system, which is right now a debt-based fiat currency. However, if you converted that fiat currency into silver right now, it should be $1,044 per ounce. Now, if you converted gold the same way right now, the price should be $8,082 per ounce.
Yeah,
Now,
it's manipulated. It's
Let me show
manipulated.
you.
Yeah. They're all on Janet Yellen right now, and there's all
Okay.
kinds of crap going on.
Guys, right here is the numbers I'm using. There is your.
Okay.
This is on the debt clock. It's
I hate that thing.
usdebtclock.org. But right here, that's the price per ounce right now. Back in 1913, it was $2.69. Gold, 8,000, and right there it is, 8,082 per ounce. In 1913, it was $27.91. And those in 1913, folks, gold and silver were both up. They were up at that time because from the early 1800s, when the United States first started, all the way up until right before the 1913, 1 ounce of gold was $20 an ounce. It was a set price. And 1 ounce of silver was $1 or a little bit less, actually, on both counts. I think silver was like 96 cents. Somebody can check it. And gold, I believe, was $19 and some change. That's what they used to be. And that was the ratio that they were using to where we use it. That's what they call honest money. And that's why I'm also saying once John Q. Public figures out that the dollar is becoming worth less and less every day, these numbers, guys, I think you can see them. They stand a chance of being able to see those numbers. So just be careful. But that's not, remember, that's just my opinion. I'm not a financial guy. So there you go. How you like that, Dave? Did it work?
It works.
Okay, that's right, Bill. Debt clock. Let's see here. What do you mean futures, Amanda? That's not futures, honey. Those are actual prices right now. And you can look up those numbers. Let's see here. Andy Sheckman says all the silver has been drained from Connex and only the paper is left. You might be right, Sierra Hippie. And Andy Sheckman, I've had him on here. I believe it. I think he's right.
Silver has been on the short.
Gold is not going too, folks. Huh?
Silver's been, in trouble for a while. Yeah, because people have been talking about it running out for the past 3 or 4 years. And I know a guy that has a silver mine. And silver's not easy to do either, you guys. It's not easy to mine. So appreciate all the silver you got. Just appreciate it. It's not easy to do.
Well, remember, Paulie Boo, a $20 St. Gaudens was actually, it's, what is it, 9.675 ounces of gold. 0.9675, I believe, ounces of gold. Like I said, it was just a little bit. I mean, remember, guys, the government made money making money. That is the way the Yes, the United States Mint by law has got to make money off of making money. That's a law.
That's funny. $20.
I mean,
yeah, back in the day, Paulie,
here,
none of us were alive.
Huh?
None of us were alive. None of us were alive when that was occurring, Paulie.
Bill 457, I wish I could have collected when I was a young kid because it was still $20 an ounce in the 60s.
We were buying candy, Robert. That's what I did. I bought candy like a dumbass.
I know.
Sucks.
I got the belly to prove I was buying candy.
My dad gave me, so many neat coins, and I just went to the store and bought candy. Yep, I'd even go with him. He'd even come with me. Thanks, Dad.
Well, I started actually collecting when I was 14. That's when I started.
Yeah, me too. I was little. And, after I spent all the good stuff he gave me, and then I started collecting, I started realizing what is going on. No, it's too bad.
So,
Yeah. I've kept everything since then, pretty much, especially the cool stuff I find. The unusual stuff. I love it.
it's a hobby. You're supposed to have fun. I mean, that's what I try to do. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I enjoy taking and telling people, teaching, giving some knowledge, whatever I know. And I make mistakes, so.
Okay, let me say something. Don't you think some numismatics get bent out of shape if you call it a hobby? They get a little bent out of shape.
If they do, let me be the first to tell them, not tell them to their face. Well, no, I won't say that because that would be mean. I have my opinion.
Yeah. It's pretty funny, Robert.
Yeah, by the way, there, COINTALK. Yeah, chat room, you got any suggestions for a future podcast? Because we're running out of suggestions in the nice little.
I just joined the ANA, and I am bummed out that they're giving out free members.
I knew you would be.
I had to make a point of that, David. You know that.
Mm-hmm. I thought about you.
You're a hippie. The problem is,
I missed it by that much, David. It's the story of my life. But anyway, that sucks. That's okay. I'm good with it.
You know what, Ronald? It's a supplemental income for me. That's all. I mean,
yeah, you can't retire on it, you guys. You can't. What happens is when you pass.
I probably could if I wanted to, but
don't care. Make sure your children are educated or whoever you give it to. You know what I'm saying? And you never know when you're not going to be here anymore. You know what I mean?
Well,
don't look at it that way. That's a terrible way to look at it. Have fun, like Robert said. Have fun. Enjoy it while you're here. And if you want to, sell it all before you die.
I sold some stuff to where Florida is over in the Philippines from 3 coins that I sold.
Nice. That's lovely.
Yes, and she's been there a month and a half.
Wow.
So that's lovely. I mean, it was worth it, wasn't it? I mean, it's like that's what it's for.
I gave her enough money to where I told her, I said, take the kids on a vacation while you're there because there's a lot of them there. I said, and make certain, I said, don't let them buy anything. If they want to drink, buy their drink. If they want to, I said, I don't care if somebody wants a brand new bathing suit, go buy it for them. I said, don't let them pay 1 penny. And after the vacation's over, I said, just tell them that Lolo said they're welcome.
What is Amanda saying? Are you guys reading this?
I'm planning on at my funeral and wake, having everyone show up.
That's kind of neat, Amanda.
Interesting.
It's kind of neat. So if you put it in your will, hopefully they'll, follow your wishes. But that's neat. I think that's a great idea, Amanda. Awesome. Yeah. That's freaking cool. It's a good idea, girl. I don't know. I don't want to plan my funeral. I get depressed, I just want to get back to where I want to be buried. Because I don't trust anybody here to get me back there. Plus, I'd like to be alive when I'm in the plane. I don't want to take a flight home in a casket. It's not happening. Yeah. And it's getting close to that time my son gets upset. I'm like, I'm out here, dude. I got to go home. Anyway, Ron, I have the Hawaii 80-cent airmail plated block. What is that, Ron? No, it's John Jacobs. I'm sorry. What is that, John Jacobs? Saying he has the Hawaii airmail plate. What is that, you guys? Tell me what it is.
It's a stamp.
to stamp. It's for like an envelope. Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
I used to
Well,
do
airmail.
I used to do stamps too, big time. Yeah, I had a really valuable one. I don't even remember. I was a little kid. Okay, so isn't a stamp collection kind of a weird thing nowadays? It's like, because do people still actually peel them off letters and save them? I mean, I used to do that. I used to steam them off the envelope and keep them. I was big time in it.
I
And I
got
was
some
a
plate
little kid.
blocks. I got some plate blocks that somebody sold at a coin show, and I just threw them back in the back. I don't worry about them.
Cool, you guys. That's cool. I never got that into it. I was a little kid. And I think I got rid of them all when I was a teenager. I just gave them away,
Well, way did I bring them out, so I'll show you what I got, because I ain't got a whole bunch. I don't mess with them much, so
yeah, that's cool. I collect a lot of weird stuff. Just it's not weird, just stuff that probably other people don't collect. I like anything mini, anything really tiny.
there's your topic.
I tried to get Robert's mini coins at one time. Robert had a set of mini coins, and I wanted it so freaking bad. And he told me, "Is that it?" Robert, I want it. I want the mini coin set. I've been wanting it for like a couple of years. He showed it. I didn't have enough. And he goes, "Oh, well, And I'm like, okay, I'll wait. I'm a patient person. What is this? What is that thing? No date bronze. Let me see what he's talking about. Like anything mini. I'm serious, is he really going to show me something mini? He's going to show me. Oh, I want everything mini. I'm going to get it. I know I'm going to get it eventually. Like a dog. Yes. Let me know, Robert. You have my phone number. Call me. Let me see what else he's going to show. Let me say again. Okay. Oh, I know it's cool. It's play money. It's so cool. I love it. Chatty money. Oh, yeah. Chatty money.
I'll need to get it out on my other
ridiculous thing to do, but I love it.
But yeah,
Chatty money.
The beauty
Do
of
you
the
still have the one?
German, the
Do you still have the
beauty
one,
of the
Robert?
German.
It's the whole world set. Do you still have that one? You probably
I
still.
mean, this is just German play money.
Yeah. Oh, it's so cool. It's neat. I like it. I
The
do.
beauty of the German is it's real metal.
Yeah. So the kids were playing with real metal coin. Yeah, so neat. I love that kind of stuff. Let me know.
I got 6 of them here that make up that set, I think.
And then you had a whole set.
Idea.
It was
There's
from
2
the
more.
world. You had a whole world set too. He probably sold to somebody else. I've been pining for it forever.
This is all German play money.
I agree, Ronald. Yeah, you betcha I'm gonna hassle him. When I see him in person, I'm gonna hassle him. I might not even have to see him in person to hassle him. Because he knows I want it. He knows how it is.
My ancestry comes from Germany to be. My grandfather might have played with this. My grandfather might have played a game with this.
That's so cool, Robert.
I strike that my great-grandfather.
It was real. Oh, you got to save that, though. Give it to the kids. That's so cool. Your kid, give it to your kids so they can give it to their kid. That's cool. They played with that for real? That's so neat. I want the little set anyway, the set that's got all the ones from all over the world that you set. Okay, We'll talk about it later.
I think I know which one you're talking
Oh,
about.
yeah, you do. Yeah, I didn't have enough money
I think
at that
that
time.
was a silver set, though, wasn't it?
Don't remember. They were this big and they were in like a little case. And yeah, I've been wanting it ever since he showed it. He goes, well, I'm going to put it away and you're not going to get it. And I'm going to like, you know, so I've been pining for it ever since. I just like it. I like mini coins, little baby coins. Yes!
Oh, wow.
There it is! Yeah, he
There's
knew
a lot
exactly
there.
what I was talking about. He's just teasing me. But it was nice to see your grandpa's coins. That was neat.
Honey,
But gold,
this
yeah,
is
that's
just-
it.
this is just coins of the United States
Oh.
and many. All of them.
Yeah, I couldn't
All
even
the
look.
type coins, you name it. That's all the United
Look at
States
that.
coins and minty and mini,
Look at
guys.
that.
So
Oh, my
freaking
God.
neat, man. Now do you see David? Now do you see what?
Oh, by the
Oh.
way, that's gold and silver included.
Oh, yeah. See? See, David? I mean, it's just
I-
like...
How do I bin that?
Exactly.
Good luck.
It's like... The sad look. Okay.
Well, you had me confused, B. You took and you said
No, but
world
it was
coins.
cool to see your
It's like, I
grandpa's
don't
money.
know of any world coins, but I'll tell you one thing. Yeah, every coin the United States made, gold, silver, copper, nickel,
So
every
cool.
coin is in that miniature set.
in the mini. It's in the mini. I save many things. I just like anything really tiny. It's weird.
I just don't
trying to
know.
I have
B.
things here that's mini, but
Yeah,
I love
just-
mini.
Okay, but I don't know if the metals are accurate for the coins. I don't know that. I'm not certain.
I
I've
don't-
never
I
checked
don't
them.
care.
I've never looked. Huh?
Do you think I care? I do not care.
Well,
I
I
do not
would
care.
because there's a lot.
I just think it's so neat. It's just okay. Let's stop
Okay.
talking about it. Let's
I'll
stop.
take it. I'll try to remember to bring it to the show to show it to you.
Please. And then Florida-Lena will bring stuff that I got to bring home on the plane. I'm like, Florida-Lena, don't do that. I can't
Hey,
just
Dee.
mail it. Yes,
Dee,
dear.
Talking about the show, I wonder if you could do me a favor. I'm not going to make it to Cincinnati. I have a request. Could you
Yes.
take a dollar bill?
Yes.
And when you're at dinner, pass
Yes.
it around the table, and have everybody sign it. Yeah, that I would appreciate that.
That's and what do you call it again?
I like that
We're not
idea.
airplane pilots.
Short snorter.
Short
I'm
snorter.
gonna see if we can't take. That's a good idea, David. I'm gonna see if I can't find maybe
Some
either
brand new bills.
or a $1 bill star note to do that.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
RJ just brought home like 3 or 4 of them, and they're in sequence.
Star notes or what?
I go, where did you get these? I go, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Some waitress or some cashier. Does she like you? You know what I mean? Give him some more stuff, lady. But anyway, you know what I mean? Yeah, he's like that. You know, he's very chatty. You guys, well, David doesn't know, but Robert knows he's a chatty guy. So he gets stuff like that. I thought it was really cool. You know, they're in the bedroom. Otherwise, I'd show you guys. And how much time do we got? We got like less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So where's Brad? Is he at a coin show near the bathroom?
Yes,
I thought
David told you he's up in Schaumburg right now.
Oh, he is. So it's so funny when he was at that one coin show and he goes, and yeah, they put me near the women's bathroom. And it was the funniest thing. Well, at least you get to see the women and not all the dudes. You could be seeing all
It
the dudes.
doesn't matter. He can't do nothing with them. His manly parts are hung around his wife's neck.
She's a very nice lady. I liked her a lot. She was very nice. She puts up with him. Bless her. Mhm.
Okay. Yep, I agree.
Yeah, you can't deny that.
Good
She
Lord
puts up-
knows she's got to have some form of temperament there.
she
Oh,
does.
Brad, I hope you're listening so that
She
you
has
can say nothing.
patience of steel, Robert. Patience of steel. You know how it goes.
Amanda's
That
got something
features
there.
everyone finds. That's a good idea, Amanda. Look at that. Good idea.
I'll write that down.
Yeah, I like that idea, Amanda. That's a great idea, sweetheart.
Great idea. And I might actually get something right for that because I have the weirdest stuff. It's just the way I am. It is. I mean, so I was going through some pictures on my phone, okay, last night, and I found 4 weird ones. Imagine that. It just never ends. I thought it was the lens flare, but I mean, it's moving it's in 2 separate sections too. So it's
Heck, if
I don't
we
know,
want
it's
to do
green,
that,
whatever it is.
I wish I'd have kept a lot of stuff that, in fact, I gotta look and see. I'll have to think about some of the stuff that maybe I do still have.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to be thinking about it now too because it's interesting. It's fun. It's like show and tell, you know, like she said, show and tell, and then just like weird stuff.
Right.
You know,
Doug, yeah, Abe, I believe Abe will be there again.
Robert's probably got the most weird stuff. I bet he's going to win with the most weird stuff. You do have weird stuff.
No, because if I keep it honest and only show what I get per week, that's a different story. Because a lot of the stuff I've got, I've had for a while.
I know it. It's weird anyway. And just I want to see it. I don't know about anybody else, but if it's weird, I want to see it. It's kind of like in the old days when you go to the freak show at the circus. I'm there. You know, I just want to see it. I don't know why. I just want to see it. So I can say I saw it, you know. Okay. I think I found 4 1968. I got this. Interesting. Were they in succession, Amanda? Or like, was this a brand new role? What was it? That's interesting. It's very interesting. Me too. I like seeing errors. Last month finds. I find all kinds of stuff. My stuff's usually back there. The stuff that I just recently found is back there on the shelf. Yeah. So I found, what did I just find recently? One of these. These are all okay. So 1980s in circulated condition is really hard to find in good shape. 89. This is an 89. Wait, 89. This is an 89 Lincoln set, and it's circulated in spectacular shape. Okay, wait. Okay, and this one's even better. This is a 1988 Lincoln set. So if you need one for your set, you know what I mean? Your circulated coins. Look at that one. And 80. God, I'm going the wrong way. Sorry, everybody. It's hard to find. The 80s in good shape. 1980s. Period. Being a cashier, I know they're hard to find. In good shape. What is this one? I can't even see
RJ.
it. Is RJ here? What's this, a 1967? I think this is 67. Look at that. That looks brand new. That's incredible. Those I consider fun. I'm like all excited when I find that stuff, you guys. You know. Man. Yeah.
5 minutes, that's all it takes.
I got a 1930 something over here too. I got a 1934 Lincoln cent that I just found. 1934. That's odd. Come on. You're going through your changing, you find a 1934. That's weird.
Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up. David, you did a wonderful job today. B, thank you as well for your little skit there. We have to get you practiced up on changing the panels, but that's okay. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Thank you for for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow to do a chit chat, guys. I'm not certain. I got some stuff that I took and I went through, and I cleaned some baskets from people that didn't pay for the last year. I'll put it up. Somebody's interested, fine. If not, that's fine too. I'm not going to worry about it. I don't know how much more I'm going to say. I may just do chit chat, guys, for the simple fact that we'll just wait and see. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, 7:00 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on YouTube. Coin up. Other than that, I'm going to take and let someone else close you out today, guys. So here we go.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming. I appreciate everybody that comes to the show. I have a good time. I hope you do too. And I hope you learned something like I do. Thanks, Robert, for having the show. Thank you, David, for doing a spectacular job on the, doing the podcast and everything. And I love you all, and I'll see y'all later. Bye, you guys. Take care.
Well, everyone, thank you for being here today. Robert, thanks for letting me try to run the ship today. Hope I made you proud. B, thank you for your presentation today. Was very good. And I hope everybody has a good weekend. So we'll get the parrot and the goat back up. So have a good weekend, everybody.